am Randy Altman with Post Perspective. We're here at NAB 2015, and my guest at the moment is Ryan Connolly from Film Riot. Ryan has a YouTube channel called Film Riot, so I'm going to have him discuss when he started it, what you are accomplishing with it, and then we could dig in a little bit further after that. So.
Sure, yeah. I started Film Riot, I think we're going on 6 years. We just had 5 years last year, so yeah, we're going on 6 years in about a month. I went to film school, came out of film school. I was doing, the indie thing, for a little while there. I was running a video studio for Alienware/Dell. Alienware is a gaming division of Dell.
Yeah.
And, just trying to figure out how to make film just like everyone else. I was working on a new short film and kind of got tired of that idea of, nobody's going to see this, and I feeling a little down on that. And then another friend expressed to me on, I don't have money for film school, what do I do now? And this is back before, things are a lot different now. It's a lot easier to get your stuff out there. Technology is a lot more available than it used to be. Knowledge is a lot more available than it used to be. At the time, there wasn't really anything out there, and things felt really close to the chest at the time. And so we got the idea of, what if we made a show that gave the knowledge that we have now, but then also just tracked us through our career? Because we were very green, very amateur when we started out, very inexperienced, and we thought it would be, a great idea that, what if we start here and just let an audience watch that progression happen, be totally honest, totally transparent, show when we completely mess up, show when we don't know what we're talking about, and then show how we overcome that, how we learn those things. And that's what it's been. It's just been this, honest, open progression of doing tutorials on VFX and filmmaking and things, and then correcting the mistakes that we made. Hey, when we said this, we were wrong.
Right.
But I think it's a great thing, especially for young filmmakers, and we hear it a lot now too. They go back and they watch our first episodes, and they're like, wow, to see where you guys have come from is really encouraging, because they can sort of track that progression. It's like, it feels like, hey, me too, it's like, I feel that way too, I'm terrified too. It's like, we're very honest, going into a short film, I don't know how this is going to turn out, I'm terrified. And,
right.
And I talked to some of my friends that are making, big pictures in Hollywood, and they feel the same way, but nobody ever says that. So it's kind of like the motto of Film Riot, to drop that curtain and be totally honest, and hopefully not so much be a mentor, in some ways be mentors, but in others just create this honest community with our audience that we're feeding off of each other. They teach us as much as we teach them. We've released stuff where they're like, hey, the sound effects for this was terrible. I'm like, what are they talking about? And then we go and we watch it, and I'm like, wow, they're absolutely right. And we get to correct that. So it's this great, relationship back and forth.
So they're learning from you, but you're also learning from them.
Absolutely, because it's that instant feedback. So it's almost like we're putting this stuff out that they get to, give kind, constructive criticism about. We've been able to create that community where it's like that. It's this honest, open, kind community where it's not, this sucked. You'll always get that.
Yeah.
But our Film Riot, army is what we like to call them, because it's this community. It's not like fans watching our show. It's like this giant filmmaking club almost is what
it's like a conversation that happens over producing.
Totally. Yeah. So, and they're always, helping us out, critiquing our stuff, and they send us their stuff, and we critique theirs. And we do something called Monday Challenge, where they'll send in like a short film. It's almost like a 1-2 week challenge where hey, you have to make a short film about this, just to give them a reason to get out there and do something. Because the more you do, the more you learn, and we've kind of shown that too. It's like week by week, we're making something different. We're trying something different, and we're doing it very, very quick. And through that progression of constantly doing it like that, it has taught us a lot. I always liken it to like, it's like learning to play the electric guitar by first starting in the acoustic guitar. It's a lot harder to play the acoustic because the action's a lot heavier, and it kind of feels like that. It's just that crazy hardcore schedule of having to release something every week. It's taught us so much. So we're trying to push that back on, you guys do that, but and also incentivizing it with prizes and getting your stuff seen, stuff like that. So trying to build the stage for our audience as well to get them seen.
But you're also sort of like perfecting your chops as well. So I know that you've got a film coming out. You're collaborating with Seth Worley and Andrew Kramer.
Yeah, we're in the first month of a 3-month project we're doing called Film Riot's Epic Summer. So the first month is my month. We just released my short a couple weeks ago. It's kind of a whirlwind now. I don't even know what day it is, but I think like 2 weeks ago we released my short, and then it's a full month of how we made it. Again, just being totally honest and showing me being entirely stressed out, thinking I wasn't going to make the day, that we weren't going to have a story to tell in the end because everything was going wrong. Just to show like, hey, you're not alone. Things hit the fan, and you just got to overcome that stress and rise above it. And then we get into tutorials on how we did certain things, lighting, VFX, stuff like that. And then the second month will be Seth Worley, who is he does Red Giant Films, incredible filmmaker, insanely talented. So he'll be releasing his short film at the beginning of May. It'll be a full month of how he did it, and then in June it'll be Andrew Kramer, which everybody knows who Andrew Kramer is.
Yeah.
He'll be releasing a short which is shaping up to look amazing and will blow mine out of the water, I'm sure. And then a full month of how he did it. And what's really cool about that is month after month we're getting entirely different processes from different filmmakers. So we're seeing like how each of us go about overcoming challenges, collaborating with the people on set. We all have a similar style, but totally different ways that we go about getting our end result. And there was a huge contrast between mine and Seth's. I shot BTS for Seth on his short film, and on mine it was like everything went wrong. It was insane. But on Seth's it was just like smooth going, man. It was just like no waves, and I was like, but I think that's great. It also shows that everything's not going to go wrong all the time. That's not how it always is.
And it's not always going to go right all the time. It's
exactly.
Probably somewhere in the middle.
So it's like, don't panic. The crap hits the fan, don't panic.
Yeah.
You just work through it, you collaborate with your people, and you figure out solutions. That was one of the best things I ever heard someone say is there are no problems, there's just possible solutions. So I've always tried to think that way. And hopefully that's what this will show. And just be, one of our main goals is just to encourage, like, hey, you can do this. If you have the passion, you can do this. You're just like the rest of us. That's really what we're trying to push.
Well, it sounds great. And again, it's YouTube channel, Film Riot.
Yep.
And people should go and check it out and also make comments and chat with Ryan.
Yeah, join in the conversation.
Exactly. So thank you to Ryan Connolly from Film Riot, and I'm Randy Altman with Post Perspective, live from NAB 2015. Thank you so much.